Hello there! How you doing? Okay, so as you can see, we're gonna have another lesson right now. So today I'm gonna help you. How can you speak in English with a little bit more confidence, making suggestions? How can I recommend or how can I suggest something in English? So let's go into see right now in your mind map. So let me organize the things here. Look at that. Why I'm keeping doing this. Okay, great. I'm gonna start with this, okay? Okay, I know you cannot see everything, so I'm gonna put it there. It is better? Okay, check it out. Let's making suggestions. How can you do that in English? Do you know? We're gonna learn right now. So I can do, as you know, in so many different ways. The point is, I need to keep in mind and to understand in which way I'm gonna use one or another one. So for example, if I'm talking with a person that is pretty close to me, I can use a language very informal, right? But if I'm talking to a person that is not close to me, I need to change the way that I speak. So I can pick, for example, another modal verb. Instead of saying can, I can choose may or even could. It depends on the situation. So the point that you guys are now in English is to understand when do I need to use the exact language. That is the point. That is the point here, okay? So let's check it out together. Okay, so I can say, I suggest you take into consideration. That is very interesting. For example, because you can have a friend and your friend is about to divorce and you believe, I'm not saying here, okay, that it's correct or not, but you believe that your friend needs to take in consideration that she has kids. So you can say, for example, take in consideration that you have kids. You know, take into consideration. I take out, I suggest you. I put aside, I suggest you. So another way to say using the same sentence. Okay, so I can say, I suggest you take into consideration that you have kids, or take into consideration that you have kids. Which one is more natural for you? Oh, for me in Portuguese, Lorena, I will never say that one. I suggest you take into consideration, but I'm sure I would say take into consideration this or that. So that is the point. That is the point. How can I sound in Portuguese that I feel myself confident and natural? I'm gonna use the same way if I'll find the same way in English or in a similar way in English. Because you cannot change yourself to speak in another language. You are you, right? So you can sound the way that you feel better and comfortable. Change. You can think about that. You don't change to talk in another language. You are the same person. So you can sound in the same way. Okay? Otherwise, you're gonna feel so weird talking that you feel like, this is not me. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore because this sounds like me. So put that in your mind, okay? Another one is, I think you should, I put it we here, but you can say you. For example, if your friend has symptoms of COVID-19, you can say, I think you should take a test, or I think you should see a doctor. You know, this is a suggestion. And I'm pretty sure that you know the modal verb should, because we learn a lot from him. We learn a lot from it when you were talking about emergencies, when we were talking about how can you talk to your friend, diseases, and things like that, okay? So I think we should, for example, oh, what are we gonna do on Saturday? So boring these days. Oh, I think we should go to the cinema. Or, which is more natural, how about a cinema? How about going to the beach? Okay, so in this way, how about, it's more natural, okay? Less formal. How about? Which means, que tal? Ok? Que tal isso, que tal aquilo? Que tal isso ou aquilo? For example, you can say, how about? Another thing for the same example. Ir pro cinema. Fazer o que no sábado? The same example. Why don't we go to the cinema? Why don't? Por que a gente não? Why don't we go to the cinema? Good idea or not. Okay? We can say, how about going to the cinema? Que tal ir para? Que tal ir para? How about going to the cinema? And as you can see, we have ing at the end of the verb go, going to. How about going to the cinema? The idea is the future, okay? It's something that is going to happen in the future. And as I always like to say, what's the difference between teacher Lory will and going to? To be honest, you can learn a lot of rules about when do I need to use will and when do I need to use going to, grammatically, which one is better for this or that. But honestly, native speakers, they decided for themselves which one they were going to use. Sometimes I realize that they pick which they feel a little bit more comfortable to use in that situation because their idea is the same. It's something that's going to happen in the future. So they decided which one they want to use. It's not something like when the native speakers are talking, they don't think about, okay, I'm gonna use will because of this. No. In that situation, I'm gonna use going to. No, I think sounds more natural than this. They don't spend a lot of time thinking about what they're going to use. They just speak. So that's my suggestion for you too. You decide. I mean, of course, you can spend a lot of, I don't know, years, many months trying to learn which one do I have to use. If you like grammar rules, okay, that's up to you. Okay, you decided if you're gonna use or if you're gonna thinking about will or going to over and over again, no problem. For me, I think the best idea is to choose which one fits better, and that's another interesting thing to say here. Which one fit better in that situation? Which one? I like to say that which one I heard the most when I'm watching television. It used basically like a collocation. It's basically like this. It's not that they are a collocation, but sometimes it feels like, it seems like it's the way that I'm going to use will or going to. It's completely the way that I want to sound. Okay? So, in Portuguese, we do have a gente tem essa diferença entre will e going to, gramaticalmente falando, mas quando você percebe um nativo falando, você vê que há uma naturalidade na fala. Simpáticos. Eles não têm aquele pensamento, não vai parar para pensar, vou usar will or going to. Porque no frigir dos ovos é uma coisa, significa a mesma coisa, a ideia é a mesma. Então você vai decidir o que fica mais natural para você. E outra ideia interessante é, como é que eu escuto mais em inglês? Eu escuto nessa situação, em situações. Will or going to? Então, tocou o telefone, eu tô aqui, tocou o telefone. Eu escuto mais will. I'll take. I will take. I'll take. Ok, so, quando eu estiver falando de situações mais imediatistas, né? Uma coisa que eu vou fazer mais imediata, eu vou usar o will. O resto do mundo, se eu quiser, eu posso usar going to. Ok? Então, não fica quebrando a sua cabeça, perdendo muito do seu tempo para gravar essas regras gramaticais, que quando você vai para a prática, que esse é o objetivo do nosso curso, para o mundo real, você percebe que o nativo está usando do jeito que ele quer. E aí você fica, eu perdi meses gravando isso ou aquilo. Ok? Very good. Shall and we. Shall we? Shall is another modal verb, but we use more with the pronoun we and with the pronoun I. It's podemos fazer isso. I think shall we, I wouldn't say that it's too formal, but it's not that common. And when we see shall, we normally see shall with the pronoun we. Shall we? Podemos? Okay? Let's go to very informal. As you can see, it's not a question, right? It's almost on demand. It's almost like, oh my God, I forgot the word. I forgot the word in English. Let me see if I remember the word in Portuguese. This is happening all the time. Oh, I don't remember the word in Portuguese either. Okay. It's like, oh gosh. Okay, so if I remember, I will talk to you in the middle of the lesson, okay? Let's go to, and we have, we could, nós poderíamos fazer isso, aquilo. As you can see again, it's not a question. I'm suggesting, but it's not a question. I'm not saying, for example, a gente poderia fazer, no. I'm in affirmative sentence is a statement, the word that I was looking for. The word that I was looking for was a statement. It's a statement, okay? So let's go to, we could go, making questions, done. Okay, how can I reject? How can I reject? Can I do that? Yes. How? I can agree, okay? Or I can reject. Let's learn how can I agree. We say, yes, that sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a good idea. And again, guys, I made that again. Minha digitação fuleira, ó. Botei o I de novo. Idea in English não tem I. Ok? É assim, idea. Ok? I'm so sorry about that. And we can have, yes, I'd like to, I would like to. Okay? What a good idea! Oh my God, what a good idea! So I'm agreeing with that. I can say, why not? Brilliant, why not? Awesome. I can put an awesome here. I can put amazing. All of those things. Okay? Great. I can say, yes, I feel like doing that. When I use this expression, the way it is, que eu tô com vontade de fazer, que eu tô na vibe, que eu tô no mood de fazer aquilo. Okay? And you can say that, count me into. That idea is, conte comigo também, aí dentro, né? Conte comigo fazendo isso aí. Count me into. Count me into. Okay? Agreed. How can I reject? I can say, I don't feel like it. No. I can say also, I'm not sure about that idea. Oh, no, let's not. For example, I can give this answer for that suggestion. Let's go to the beach. Oh, no, please, let's not. Okay? I can say, I'd love, but... I can say, what an awful idea. Awful. What an awful idea. Like, it's not a good idea. I don't like that idea. I don't think it'll work. E aqui a gente usou o will, tá vendo? Então, nesse sentido, eu poderia dizer, I don't think it going to work. Sounds strange. So estranho. So I'm gonna pick will. I don't think it will work. Oh, I'm not very keen on... That idea, this keen on, essa disposição, essa vontade. I'm not very keen on this or that. Okay? Guys, now, I give in your hands. It's your turn to study. It's your turn to start using all of this language, and see you next class. Bye.